Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio and our Bat Challenge. That is the Bob's Angels 1000 Challenge. I can't bring in this block of 9, I've got to have one more. That's not going to work. To be honest, I don't think I need this many. I think this was a little bit towards overkill. So let's just do that a minute, and then we will 1, 2, 3, 4. Put these in here. That's what we will do. And the last two on there. These two in here, we're going to... That one's going to be offset on the near side. And so is that one. So that this loads back onto the line and does so evenly. Then we will go along and we will place this all the way down through like that. Over to there, and that feeds it straight back onto the line again. The one other thing that I am going to do while we're here is I'm going to take one of these. That one is going to go close to the line over on this side. Actually, no, I'm going to put this after the storage so that the entire storage can eventually be emptied out and placed into these. So that one's going to go right there like that. And then I'm going to have two of these loading that one up. So I've got silicon ore in the network that then can be pulled in. It might not be a brilliant method of doing this, but I reckon it will work all right. No, I'm just going to leave it like that because we can upgrade every single inserter on the map later on if we want to. So there's my silicon storage taken care of. I'm not going to need to worry about that for quite some time. I've got 10 storage facilities right here. These hold 156,000 see, right, 153,000 ore right in on one of these. And I've got 10 of them right there, so there's 1.5 million ore. I've then got another 1, 2, 3, 4 of them down here, so we've nearly got another 700,000, or about 600,000 maybe, I think. Something like that down there. So we've got well over 2 million in storage for the silicon. I think that's probably going to be alright for the time being. We might actually want more than that for the slag, but we'll deal with that later. So now I want to go over and I want to tweak the slag storage over this side. We were also going to do a little bit of work on the copper production, or at least getting the copper wires being produced a little bit faster so that all of the other stuff is being produced. And we want to boost up the algae, and this is 3/4 of this game is just boosting production on everything all the way through in order to be able to just sort of keep up with normal levels of production. So we go and have a look in this way. I've got a little bit of stone storage right here, and that one is working fine. Mind you, you look at this. 150, that's 97 on that one. 153. I've got 6 of them. 6 of them are completely full already. 6 of these are completely full already. This is insane. This is absolutely nuts. So I'm nearly halfway full on that. Slightly concerning. And then we go and have a look over here. So the problem that I've got right here is slag storage. Just don't have enough for it. I will put you there. And then I will put this one. That's going to go there. And that's going to go there like that. And then we'll also stick that one in so that it can empty that one. So there's one more facility for slag storage there. It's going to help a bit. It's not ideal though. Let's put another one in. Because I can bring that down. there and over by 1 like that. There, right. And I'll do the same here. I'll put 2 here, and I'll just stick 1 in there in the middle, and then we'll put that into there. Right, so there's 2 extra. That's enough just to open this up a little bit and keep it moving. Doesn't have to be any particularly grand gestures. I've already got copper being filtered away from here. And then we've got our iron production is back up and running. But we've got to keep the slag moving. Got to do something with it. The copper wire does look like it's actually built back up. And in part, I think that is because our electric blocks... over here somewhere. There, these electronic blocks, they've actually gone right the way through the system and they filled everything up. So we've got those. That's not a problem. We're waiting on green circuits here. The batteries have caught up. So we don't need to worry about the algae thing. Wait a minute. I've got green circuits. It's that one. Wait a minute, which one is that? Okay, this is a new one now. You right in here, construction frame level 2. That is all the way down over where I was working previously, down here. Construction frame level 2 should be going in here somewhere. There's... is that construction frame? Construction block. Mechanical block. That's the construction frame there. It's that one. That one right there is the one that we want to make. It goes over into here. It drops down. It goes into there. It goes into these. Goes into this storage here. And then it moves on again. But it's not building up in here. I don't have enough steel. I've got these items coming in up here. We're making these axles. They're coming up through. Why aren't you making item ingredient shortage? Output full. Output full. What? Okay, I don't know what's going on over there. I've now got to go all the way back over to that side. This over here, my little plan for, like, backing this up and making sure that that is working at absolutely full capacity, has kind of worked, but I've now run out of the expendable molds. So we're using the molds up. They come down here, and this is where they're getting made. I've got sand coming in, and then I've got the slag running out. So I've got a shortage of sand coming in on this. So the sand comes down, I have the water coming in, and that actually comes across the entire system coming in here. And then the sand gets made here, and it gets put onto the line. But it's not coming through fast enough. We actually need more sand. We've got to upgrade this. These are only wash plant level 1, so I might need to go through and upgrade all of those wash plants just to help things out. But we've got a little bit of a mystery going on down here at the moment. So you in here. Oh, it's the rivets. It's not any kind of a mystery at all. We just don't have enough steel coming in. And that's because I took all the steel out of there. I've got the steel coming down here. This is not running through fast enough. That's because it's not coming in through here fast enough because I don't have enough iron coming in. So not really much of a mystery, is it? I thought maybe this was causing a problem, but it's genuine. It's definitely not causing any kind of a problem at all, because all of the iron ore is being used. We're using every single little bit of iron ore. It goes up to the secondary production area up there, and then it all gets processed. This down here is just ensuring that this stays full, and we keep that running. So I think now the next bottleneck is the shortage of water. The seafloor pump doesn't get upgraded. That stays the same as it is. It doesn't need to be changed. But these here, wash plant level 1, we want to upgrade all of those to wash plant level 2, which is that one right there. Now, I can make 20 of those at the moment based on the materials that I currently have, which would be... Yeah, the electrics block level 2 is my shortage on that one. How many have I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 per row. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 42. I'm going to upgrade all of these, and I can make 20. So we need to go and just grab a few more electronics block level 2. They're right there. In theory, they're right there. In practice, they're not being made. So let me get rid of that one. And... oh, it's the construction frames. Right, well, that's kind of easy. I can just pop those in there like that. Take that bit through. So I can make those, and I can upgrade the wash plant. I have got a iron problem, which is causing a steel problem, but it's not kind of an end of the world type problem. We gotta find this balance between overdoing production on anything and getting to the stage where we can expand. Once we can start expanding, we can spend a long time focusing on really building up the amount of iron that we produce, and then we can go for the copper, where we'll sort of do both of them together, that sort of thing, and we can get areas set up for producing thousands and millions of everything that we're going to possibly need. So once we've reached expansion stage, things are going to be looking a whole lot better. Now, I can have 38 of these, and I suspect that that's down to construction blocks or production blocks now. Fluid box, possibly. Why only 38, though? It's an odd number. I don't know. Right. 5, 10, 15, 20. Right there. I'll pick up a few more of these. Like that. There, and I will set that back there like that. So that will just keep going. Okay, so I got that little bit there set up and running again. What are you over here? Your ore sorting facility level 2. We will eventually upgrade those, obviously. That'll take a bit of time. It'll happen one day. And... how many of these have I now got? I can still only make 18. 5. 10. Fluid box block 1. There's the fluid block. Fluid box block. Right in there. And now, if I go and have a look, I can make 3 more of these, which is... using up my construction block level 2, yeah. So I'm still limited on what I can do, so it is those. I'll go and get some of those in a minute. Our problem right in here is that we're limited on these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that one up as a limit right now. Then I'm also going to pick up all of those, and I'm going to go into here. And I'm going to put a stack in there like that. And then I'm going to do the same in here. I'm just going to do a stack of 100 of these onto each. And what that's going to do is basically it's going to back up the line, but it's also going to stop them from picking these items up, which is what we really need at this point. Put you in there like that. And that one will fill a few out onto the line. It leaves them in there. And then I can do the same right here. Pop that one down. And that one will stop now picking these up. It'll finish making that one. It's got like a green science analyzer in there. But it won't do any more after that. It'll process the materials that it's holding. But it won't pick up any more materials. At least that's what I'm hoping. So I want to take that one. Drop it into there. And that one stopped as well. So now we can see the green analyzer is going to run down there, and then it'll go through. So I have one up here that will keep working on its bit, and in order to kind of balance that out a bit more, I'm going to drop a full stack of 200 in there. And then the last few, the 92 that I've got in here, I'm actually going to put them in there. So they're not going to be used down this way anymore. That lot will stay in there. Although I don't need that. Yeah, I will need 92. They will use them all up. So that now should sort of allow that bit to run a little bit better. We've got balance across the board. At least that's what I'm hoping. We're a lot more balanced than we did previously have. So now we're... Yeah, I want to go back over and I want to get that bit going. So I want to increase the amount of sand that I'm producing. It's iron, really. Because we need steel. We need those steel frames being made. I've got the iron here, and it does run through this, but I just don't have enough iron physically being stuffed into the system. But the amount of iron that we need in order to run this is quite impressive. It's got to be said. There is a phenomenal amount of iron that we're going to be using for all of this. So I've got a number of different plants that are going on over here and doing various extraction work. So I'm simply going to run down through all of these, and I'm going to replace them with the level 2 variants like this. And that's going to increase production of the various different fluids that we're using. And that also means that we will be able to get a lot more sand and things like that, which is what we're after. So we want to go here and take all of this through. Another 10 in there. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oops, 9 and 10, and that is all of them. So I mean, this, we've got a line down here that's a little bit lower, and we've got this line down through here that we haven't got quite so much of, but I mean, we've got sand now being produced as fast as we possibly can. We've got no shortages in that whatsoever, with everything else being produced faster, which means that we should get a little bit more sand coming into this one to be able to make these. Now, they do take 40 sand for each run, which is why it's a little bit slow making these expendable molds, but these things can be sped up a little bit. So I'm actually going to go 1 and 2 in there, make 2 more of these, and we're going to just pop those in there to increase the speed of this. There we go. Right, that's a bit more like it. That is, at the moment, the thin mud water is keeping up, which is good. That's what we want, which means that we're getting plenty of sand coming down here as well. I've got these bits down here, which I'm going to get rid of. It bugs me having those. Right, sand. Drop the sand in there, and I'll drop in the resin sculptured motor casings as well. That's looking pretty good. Alright, so we can let that now carry on and do its thing. Steel. This is the next bit that we're kind of like running into slight issues with. I don't currently have any of these, so I just want to grab a stack of them, and our problem is going to be that we're not going to have any of those until we fill this one up completely. So I'm going to, for the moment, put a restriction on that one, so it's going to do 1 more stack in there, and it doesn't even need to do that. We will stop it there. We won't even do 1 more stack. We will leave it like this. It's got 4,000 of them in there anyway. Doesn't need more than 4,000. And then once it's actually produced those and filled that one all the way up to max, which it has done now, it will then hopefully not put any more in. That's because it took one out down the bottom here. But anyway, you get the idea. So that should work quite nicely. I've got those down there that are now being made, and they're going into here, so we're going to want to do something similar down here as well, aren't we? What we're going to want is more steel coming in. This is ridiculous. I do remember a bit of a bottleneck at this kind of stage last time. I mean, I'm playing a slightly different version of the game, but there was still a bottleneck going on, and it was still a slight problem for me. Really, we're gonna want to fill this one up, so what I'll do here is if I just block that bottom line, I'll put you up there like that. I'm carrying too much steel anyway, so if I pop that in there like that, just to give me a little bit of extra space. That was now finished, and that means that all the steel is going to go up here, and it's going to start going through and like doing this production bit that we want. I think that was one of the biggest kind of hold-ups for us. Alright, that's that bit taken care of, and now we can go back up here. So I was actually in the process of setting up for the battery. So we've done this bit over here. That's not any kind of problem for us. I've now also expanded out on the silicon. We're using more slag. And I've got plenty of silicon ore storage as well, which means we can clear this out. And we're not going to be getting backlogs from any of these down here, which is really good. Slag up here is actually running quite a bit faster. Now, I've got it. It's all coming from this direction at the moment. So we're still bringing it up from down here. I got a lot of it being picked up from in there. There's going to be some other bits around here as well. I got that one. That one's not being picked up at all yet. So eventually that one's going to be picked up as well, and it'll be dragged up through, and then we can start clearing over the other side of the map. I am pulling this through at a very decent rate at the moment. Mineral sludge in here is already depleting, which is fantastic news. The slag slurry is staying at max. This is depleting a bit, which means that we could need to just increase the production on there a little bit in order to be able to keep up with this, because I would like this to run so that slag is actually depleted a bit. I don't want to rush through and use everything up, because we are also going to want to switch this over to titanium production later on, and that's going to be really, really crucial. But at the moment, we're working on these blue science logistics. Actually, it's going to be pretty soon that we're going to want titanium. That's going to be quite high on the list. So that bit in there is processing and turning everything into the zinc plates that we wanted right there. So that is the zinc, isn't it? I think it's the zinc. It doesn't say. Right. Well, anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's either zinc or nickel down there, and then it's either zinc or nickel that's up here as well. We've got the monosilicon in here. That's excellent. It's doing what we want it to do. This one up this way, once the once the carbon monoxide finishes filling up, we'll have everything that we need to deal with down there. Looking in here, now we're talking. Right, we've got a reasonable amount of this zinc up here that we want. So we're going to have to sort of start working through that. I've got plenty of givolites coming in on here, and then that's running down through here. These are running absolutely flat out. We cannot get them going any faster. I can only expand to make them go faster, which I'm not going to do at the moment. I've got 81,000 purple crystals in there, and I have none of these stored up in here, which is good. We've got ores up this way, so I've got some iron ore. I've got a bit of copper ore coming up there, and then over this side, we've got the aluminium ore that runs out through there, and then we've got this one up here. So I need to turn this one, into, not nickel, where's the zinc? Zinc ore right here, usage. I need to turn you into zinc oxide, so I need a chemical furnace, And then I need oxygen gas coming in, and that's going to give us an output of sulfur dioxide gas. Now, I don't want to waste that because that is a crucial ingredient in making sulfur dioxide. Sulfuric acid, I mean. It's an absolutely crucial ingredient for that, so we're going to hook it up to that tank down there when we make this stuff. But do I make it up here, or do I dump that onto a belt and bring it down? Kind of thinking dumping it onto a belt and bringing it down is a better option, and when we just deal with it down here, because I can quickly pipe the sulfur dioxide gas can be joined in onto the back of that, which is also going to connect into the storage, and then I've got sulfuric acid being made. Although this is a closed loop that is only making these batteries. And that's my slight concern with this, because I haven't hooked this one up to anything. Maybe I'll need to hook that to something else. I've got acid coming up here. I've got the sulfuric acid getting to that point, but the sulfur dioxide gas, which is that one, that's down here, and this is the production area for that. That's down right there. I got oxygen there, and then the sulfur dioxide gas, and oh, that outputs the sulfur dioxide gas, sorry. We have the sulfur in here, and that outputs the sulfur dioxide gas right into there, and that makes it into, we add the purified water, and then that makes the acid over here, which then goes into the tank and gets spread around the map. So where am I getting this stuff from? It's just from here. It isn't coming in from anywhere else. Do I want to be able to hook that in there? Because this closed loop circuit is kind of, could potentially be a problem, but because I use a lot of sulfuric acid here on that one, maybe there's a way around this. The lead in here outputs sulfur dioxide gas. That's an output of sulfur dioxide gas from the lead there, and then it gets sent over that way, and then when I use up lead, it makes a bit more, and it sort of keeps it on this closed loop. I could actually just join it in and then join this bit here up to the acid pipe that we got coming in here. That pipe goes over there, over this way, it runs up to these. So if I have that pipe running down here and hooking into there, yes, that's how we can do this. So this one here, I want you just as a straight ore. That is, so I've put that into the system so I can have robots pick it up and deliver it. So we'll do that this time, I think. We'll make use of the robots. We've got plenty of charging points all the way up across, so they will be able to cope with that. It means we got one less belt that we got to worry about. So the connecting point for the acid is going to be there, which is fairly close by. Yeah, that's not very far to have to take those connections at all. So I think that's how this is going to work. Which means that the first thing that we're going to want to do, right... Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.